And here we go. Final quarter at Ben Freelow Oval. Hurstbridge by a point. Howard gets the tap to Farinata. That's been the tail of the tape today. This time it's held up. And we'll go again. Howard, almost for Fitzgerald of the Blake variety. This is Hurd. Almost got the 1-2 from Blake Fitzgerald. Again, he's going to switch it towards the pavilion side. Good intercept. The Claystow almost picking up the crumbs. Agosta. Great tackle from Brody Glenn. Agosta just got the handball away. No, umpire says holding the footy. He had it for too long. It's going to be Greensborough's Brody Glenn who has the footy in hand. He's at half back though. Call to play on. Just opts to go for a high ball where McCubbin can fly. He's got 3 to beat though in the air. Still a chance here for money if he can get there. Barbera did really well for Hurstbridge. Cookson just got boot to ball into the middle of the ground. Great tap from Cam Wild. Gets the ball back through to Ricochet. Now it's a one-on-one. Aiton Delaney versus Anderson. It bounces for Aiton Delaney. He got the handball away, although not convincing for Sievers. He might need the boundary line here, and Marty Fitzgerald helps him out to do so. No. Umpire says it's just stayed in the field of play, but we'll have a quick ball up.
So important for either side just to get off to a good start here. First goal, so pivotal.
Tap again from Howard, just over the head of Hurd. Kick smothered. Blake Fitzgerald, quick ball inside 50. Still a chance here for Stewart. O'Brien misses to the left. 7-16. 58 to 8-8, 56. Martin is 2 points. 23 scoring shots to 16.
Inaccuracy has been the tale of the day for Hurstbridge, but that won't matter if they can get across the line here, but they need to find a way to have a bit more composure in front of goals.
The broadcast side is where Greensborough go. Down the line. Fisher was a chance there. Going in harder well is Jack Johnson, who looks like he's going to do some work high up the ground instead of deep in defence. He'll leave that to Sievers and McFawn. Tap this time coming from Wild. Held without the footy was Cookson. So the Bridges will win the ball centre wing broadcast side. We're 2.5 minutes in. They lead by 2 points. He can give it to Hurd here. Opts to ignore that option instead. Cookson's going to take the man on the mark on in Hart, but he just got the kick away in time, and it worked out okay with a good mark taken at half forward. It's going to allow an opportunity for Blake Fitzgerald, who you would argue has been Hurstbridge's best and most consistent player today. Be a tough kick. Man on the mark. I'd say probably around the 50-metre mark, maybe just inside. Fitzgerald just past the 45-degree angle. Fitzgerald close to the man on the mark. Sends that one across the face of goal. Few flies. Gets through a couple of Greensborough defenders, but Money clears it away for the Borough. Great tap from Fisher. Going to get things going. There's Marty Fitzgerald. His handball straight to the Bridges. Taylor gets it over to McCabe. He goes towards the Anderson direction, but it's too high for him. Does work out okay. We'll get a boundary throwing.
It's important for Greensborough here just to be able to lock that ball in. They've been so good doing so.
7-16 plays 8-8. Wild getting the tap. Greensborough as well trying to clear their lines. Money's in there. He's been busy in this second half. We'll have another ball up. Howard gets the tap. Hasler's in there. Did get the clearing kick, an important one. McCubbin had a one-on-one, punched away by Richards. Now a couple of Hurstbridge players in there too, but it's one back by the Borough. That kick, though, smothered. It's punched forward. A chance here for Glenn. He wasn't clean enough, though. Had a really good chance there, Brody Glenn, if he was able to pick that one up well.
It was tough for him. He had to get it on the half volley. Only had about a half second to do it.
Howard and Wild both getting a hand. Money dispossessed of the football incorrectly, says the umpire. Ball's going to go back in the direction of the Bridges. A handball receive will come for Hurd. Hurd with the left boot, goes towards half forward. Dance here for Anderson out the back. Cook's in there as well, but the boundary line beats both. We'll go again. 5 minutes gone, last quarter. 2 points the difference. So much on the line for both these sides. Howard getting most of that ruck tap. In there is Ferrinato, who's tackled immediately. It spills away and Hasler will clear it for the Borough. Goes down the line here. Smith can fly. Richards, courageous. Drop the mark though. Fisher now is held in the tackle. We'll go again. We're about 70 out from the Greensborough goal. They trail by 2 points. Smith pretty much all on his own. Punches that one inside 50. Stewart of the Darcy variety can't pick that one up cleanly. He's just going to have to be forced to absorb the tackle. Still so much time left in this contest, but every stoppage, every movement critical for both teams. Cam Wild just got it away to Barbera. Left foot towards half forward he goes on the broadcast side. Great pluck there from Will Plain. Still too far out to score. Plain tries to centre this footy. It's a one-on-one. DeClace got the hands free. Handball out wide. Anderson snaps around for goal. Misses to the right. Another opportunity gone begging. Another behind for Caelan Anderson. And the margin's 3 points.
1 goal 4 at the moment for Caelan Anderson. I mean, that was a tough shot. Off balance, running around. Snap on the right, but Hurstbridge have started the better of the two teams here, and they'll look to lock it in.
So Severs is going to go towards the pavilion side to try and clear this away for Greensborough, but now they're just a bit stagnant, not sure of it. Smith has 3 to beat, almost a mark for Stewart though. DeClace getting busy. Handball wasn't great. DeClace wins it back. Loses the footy again. And it'll be cleared by Hymas. Goes into the middle of the ground. Almost getting a hand was Money. Cooks it instead. Boots a ball. Difficult one to pick up here for the Borough. They do well. They clear their lines. Ferrinato, tough to get to. Picked up by Cam Wild. He snaps towards goal. Naylor did well to make it a contest. Still picks up the footy. Naylor! 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 Or is it? This time it's Greensborough claiming it's touched. This will be an interesting call in the context of the game. Naylor did really well at ground level to snap that run around the body. It's a goal. Naylor kicks the goal. It's his 3rd of the match. And Hurstbridge extend their lead. 8-17-65. Greensborough 8-8-56. We're 8 1/4 minutes into the last term. He kicked 3 against Greensborough earlier this year, Joel Naylor. Now with a vital goal for his team.
That's jubilant scenes for Hurstbridge. They know how important that goal is. And Naylor, he's been so instrumental down forward all day. Has had a few inaccuracies, but in the crucial moment, he's found a way to create a goal for his team there.
The lead is now 9 points as Blake Fitzgerald gets a high ball towards half forward. Who does it bounce in favour of? Maybe a Goster. It is a Goster. Steers clear on the paint of 50 for back-to-back goals. Misses to the left. They are surging here now, the home side. The margin is 10 points. 8-18 plays 8-8. The Borough want to move quickly, but they've got no room to move. James McCubbin's ball intercepted. O'Brien, Cam Wild. Does it work here for the Goldie? He's tight on the boundary line, still can't control it well. And we're going to have a boundary thrown inside 50 for the Bridges.
It's precarious times for Greensborough. Just need to take a big deep breath and try and re-establish themselves in this game, because Hurstbridge are getting to every contest first, it feels like.
Howard with a two-handed tap, but there's no Greensborough plays in sight except Panham comes in hard and forces another boundary throw in. 9.5 minutes gone, final term. Hurstbridge have done all the kicking, all the goal scoring in this last quarter. 1-3. Greensborough haven't seen it. Both rucks getting a tap again. Spills to the back of the pack. Can they clear their lines? They're under pressure in every possession. It's the opposite of what was happening in the first quarter. Hurd with the fend off, and then he kicks it inside 50. And we'll have another boundary throw in, but it's inside 50 for the Bridges.
Problem is Greensborough, every time they're trying to get the ball out of their defensive 50, it's having to go with a bit of a chaos ball. So whistle here. Could be a blood rule.
Yeah, I think it is. So Ben Money's coming off. Be Campbell Walsh replacing him, so we're all clear to go in. Both coaches, Joel Caldwell just strolling up and down the boundary line. You can tell he's a bit nervous.
Looks to be a Hurstbridge player.
I think it's the Goldie that maybe he's coming off. That's not great. He's also someone that can come in and kick a goal when needed. He's kicked 9 already this year. Umpire resumes play. It's the 11-minute mark of the last term. Hurstbridge by 10 points. Punch coming from Fisher in there. Hurstbridge, I'll go again. Howard's the deepest forward here for Greensborough. Not contending in the ruck here. Leaving it to, in fact, Will McFawn. The ball's slinging towards goal. Can Kai Goster pick this up? Can't.
I think it's an interesting decision because Howard has been so dominant in the ruck all day. And when Greensborough are trying to get the ball out, they need a clearance and they need some sort of...
Wild. Farinado lost the footy. On the 4, I think, is the call from that. Unless they're just resting Howard now and banking on him then having the fitness to carry through the remainder. But he can also come up here and be an out option. He's going to move his way towards centre wing on the broadcast side. So expect this footy to head there. Because Ben Fisher's there also. Instead, they're going to go the other way. Does that stay in play? It doesn't. Well, Joel Naylor, right on the boundary, will kick from maybe just inside 50. After an on-the-full kick, could give Hurstbridge some important breathing room. 10 points to the margin at the moment. Joel Naylor is looking for his 4th goal of the game. It'll be a huge kick in the context of him and his season. Is across the face. Won't score on the full. Even though Agosta did mark that ball. It was too wide. Greensborough need to settle themselves down. It was around this time last week where they went bang, bang, bang and put Heidelberg right out of the park. They clear it away. Flying there was Fitzgerald, the Greensborough variety. Bouncing ball is cleared by the Borough. Important one-on-one. Here comes Glenn. Was he held without the footy? Now the Bridges with numbers. They get it all the way back. This is McCabe. He's nervous. Gets it over now to Barbera. And it gets okay to Liam Middleton. Middleton now. Forced to go the deepest part of his defensive 50. Sends a high ball here. 2-on-2. Ball hits ground level. Getting there first is Fisher. Handball straight to DeClace. Bouncing one works here. Is a chance for Stewart. Gets it over now to Cookson. Cookson clever chipping ball to Hurd. Hurd's got space in front of him here. Runs the full 15 to the top of the goal square. He goes. Chance here still for Hurstbridge. Bouncing ball. Unable to get it away. Hasler gets boot to ball, but Cookson will mark. Courageous mark from Will Cookson. Smallest man on the ground, Tim, and he's able to take some more precious seconds off the clock. We get to the 14-minute mark.
It was brave. He copped a big hit, but he was willing to do it for his team, and he held on to the mark. So importantly, he's kicked the 9 goals from his 15 games this season. None more important than this.
He's been a valuable goal kicker this year. Played more midfield time last year, so maybe didn't get in front of the big sixes often, but he's been handy here. 45-degree angle. Will kick from about 40 metres out from goal. Here comes Will Cookson. Massive goal. Could that be the major that helps the Bridges make it back-to-back appearances in the top flight final series? The margin is now 16 points, 9-18-72 to 8-8-56. 2-3 to 0 in this final term, and now it's the Borough that need to respond urgently.
Absolutely. They need to find a way to get this ball out the centre clearance. They've got the main contenders in there. You'd look to Farinado to try and find the ascendancy, get the ball out and shift the momentum, because Hurstbridge are really threatening to run away with it now.
Back in the middle, it's the 15-minute mark of the last quarter. In there was O'Brien. Chance there for Greensborough. Just gets away to Panham. They will clear it here, Greensborough. O'Sullivan gets it to Phelan. One kick in there inside 50 now to Borough. Phelan plays on. Glenn might be the target here. Almost getting the mark was Richards. Still a chance for O'Sullivan. Looping handball now to Fitzgerald. Gets boot to ball. Will it work for Ham? Got a hand onto it. Now Cookson applies the pressure. Umpire says, I'll have it. Excellent stuff from the Hurstbridge defenders there. We go again. Tap from Howard. Cleared away by Ethan Taylor. Clever ball, bouncing ball. Anderson tries to pick it up, does well. Spins around on the left. He's got numbers streaming forward here. Cam Wild picks it up on the bounce. Gets to the outside of the boot. Is it going to bounce all the way through? Might not matter. Naylor! Great tackle on the line by the Borough. Will they clear their lines? They're in trouble. Sievers, no, holding the footy. Brilliant forward pressure. And Naylor can reward himself with that fourth goal and maybe seal the match for the home side.
Outstanding forward pressure. Greensborough didn't have anywhere to go, and this could just about put the game out of reach. It's been all Hurstbridge in this final term.
Naylor, 15 to 20 metres out. For his fourth, he goes bang. The Martins 22 points. They're going to be hard to stop from here. 4 goals now for Joel Naylor. 26 for the season. 10-18-78 to 8-8-56. The Borough still yet to register a score in this final term. And this could be huge for the Bridges' chances.
Certainly could. It's going to be really difficult for Greensborough to find a way back into this game. It's been all Hurstbridge from the centre clearances. They've just had that extra bit of run, extra bit of belief, being willed on by the home crowd. And Greensborough need to find a way, and find a way quickly.
17.5 minutes gone, final term. Here comes Farinado. He's unable to pick that up cleanly, almost stolen off him by Wild. Haslam managed to pick up the crumbs. O'Sullivan, he's been good in this last quarter. Find a teammate on the wing. Gets a chance here for Fisher. Can't take the mark. Still a chance here for Greensborough, but they're under all sorts of pressure. Farinado late in the tackle. Umpire will have it.
Looks like they've made a forward switch here. Will McFawn into the full forward position.
They might as well now. They've got to try extra targets. Howard getting the tap. Will go again. Jamie Smith on the bench as well. I'm sure he's looking to get back on the ground. He does look a little sore though, so maybe the reason we haven't seen him out there just yet in this term. Howard again. Can Hasler get there first in front of O'Brien? Both players got a piece of the footy, but we'll have another ball up. As we tick towards time on now, time is of the essence here. Greensborough find themselves 22 points down after leading by as much as 16 earlier. Cookson, another ball up. Between wing and half forward for Greensborough. Howard out of the ruck. Didn't get any efficiency with the kick though. We'll have another stoppage.
So it's McFawn, Fisher and Zach McCubbin who are the 3 deepest forwards for Greensborough.
Another stoppage coming up now.
And those will be the ones who will be on the end of this kick if Greensborough can manage to get this clearance. But Hurstbridge are doing really well at just tying the game up and taking those precious seconds off the clock.
This time Howard gets a thump inside 50. Didn't get to Glenn. Another stoppage. This is lovely for Hurstbridge. They'll take this all day long. They're getting 2 to 3 people to every tackle. Howard grabs out of the right, got the handball this time to O'Sullivan. Just got the kick away, but it's on the full no. Out of bounds, boundary throwing. Hurstbridge wanted either insufficient intent or on the full, or not sure, but we are just about to hit time on in this last quarter. Do Greensborough have one more surge in them? Howard again tried to grab it out of the ruck, but it'll be cleared by the Bridges. This time they go across goal. DeCleese and Ham with a one-on-one. Neither touching the footy, but the bounce in favour Hart. DeCleese goes in hard again. Allows his teammates to get involved now. Still a chance for Fisher. Ham. Cleared by Hurd. He goes towards half forward now for Hurstbridge. Out the back. It's a chance here for Anderson. He's got to pick up his footy cleanly. He does. The snap on goal is not great. And it's going to be a boundary throw-in, which is a great result for Hurstbridge.
Excellent result for the Bridges. They'll be able to... Well, it's out of bounds on the full, actually.
All right.
Is the call. Oh, no, I think there's a bit of confusion from the Greensborough players here.
I'm fairly certain goal umpire had put the arm up.
I believe that's the case. But one of the Greensborough players tried to sneak away from it.
21 minutes gone. In this last quarter, the lead is 22. 3-3 to no score in this term. One goal seals it. Agosta tried to worse his way out of the pack. Kick though smothered by the Borough. Still a chance. Hart got the handball away to Money. Money's handball though straight to Hurd. Can he strike the tackle? He can't. Great tackle lay there. But we'll have another ball up. Precious seconds coming off the clock. Tap from Wild. Johnston to Money. Money has to go down the line. McCubbin's a one-on-one here with Richards. Richards! Excellent grab. Got in front. And will just hold his line. Richards is going to hand it off to Hymas. Hymas has got a long boot on him. That might be too wide. It stays in play, in fact. Howard got a leap, and he's given away a free, I reckon. Howard's given away a free, I think. No, he's won a free. Kicks it into the middle of the ground. Finds Walsh. They've got to move now. Walsh now towards half forward. Getting a hand onto it was Hart. Hart will go in hard again, but he's got no one to help him. And however, no, it's a push in the back. This is the chance. The handball comes now. Chance here for McCubbin. And that's an important goal for Greensborough. Zach McCubbin with the major. Finally, they get on the board in this last term. And maybe there's still something left for Greensborough. It's 10-18, 78 to 9-8, 62. The margin's back to 16.
Yeah, they've got time. They'll have to get this ball straight out the centre, will Greensborough. But it was good awareness from the Greensborough forwards just to dish the ball off to Zach McCubbin, who could take the shot straight away and slotted it through composedly.
23 minutes gone. Margin 16 points. Have we seen the end of this game now? Tapped coming from Wild. In there as well is Stewart. Handball back to Hurd. Dangerous. Shrug the tackle back to Stewart. In a bit of pressure. Just got the handball away though. That one spilled away. Umpire lets it go. Hasler now to Money. Money gets the handball away to Phelan. Has to get boot to ball. Just did. Umpire says dangerous tackle. Dangerous tackle in the hands of Tom Phelan now, the footy. The man of the mark is on the paint at 50. Tom Phelan senses he's got the distance here. Wastes no time. Phelan, high ball, top of the goal square. Who can mark? There is a mark. Yes, there is a mark. It's Fisher. Ben Fisher's marked in the goal square, and this game is not over. Fisher kicks the goal, and it's a 10-point ball game. Oh, is DeCleese giving away a free? Oh. There is a lot going on here. DeCleese has put a Greensborough player to ground, but it's not going to count. There's a bit going on the forward line. The margin's 10 points though, Tim, and it's game on again.
Absolutely game on. The Borough know they have a sniff, and they're up and about, and there is so much feeling in this contest right now. This centre clearance, so pivotal. Hasler in the middle. Ferranato in the middle.
Ball back up again. Here is Hasler. Does get the clearance for Greensborough. Floating ball should be marked by DeClace. It is. DeClace just trying to help him out, but so DeClace will just take his time. He's in defensive 50. The margin sits at 10 points. Forced to move it along to centre wing, broadcast side, and the mark's taken. It is taken here by, I think, Stewart. No, it's Jake Wild. He finds Tom Hurd. Hurd slows things down. Defensive side of centre wing. Just chips the ball short to Cookson.
Greensborough need to man up here if they want to get this ball back.
Oh, Cookson's kick is a dangerous one. Almost intercepted by Howard. Umpire lets the ball go. Still a chance here. Howard does get a toe poke. We're going to go for a boundary throw in here. Oh, you can hear in the crowd. It is very intense. 26 minutes gone. Final term. 10 points the difference. The boundary throw-in comes in. Wild, front of the contest. Ball spills away. Glenn, that's ball spilled as well. And then we have another stoppage. Ball tossed up again immediately. Howard gets the tap. It goes to space. It's trickling towards the boundary line. Fitzgerald will be happy to see it. No, free kick given, I think. There's been a whistle. It is a free kick to Fitzgerald by the looks of it. And because he was slung in the fence in the tackle.
It's costly for Greensborough. Can't afford that with so little time left on the clock.
Fitzgerald goes down the line. Johnston flew high, but he didn't take the mark. That ball spills away. Another boundary throw in.
These are precious seconds ticking down for Hurstbridge. Every stoppage getting them one step closer to victory.
27 minutes now gone, last quarter. Jake Wild the tap. Zach Hill to Ferranado. Is his kick on the full? It is. You can see how desperate Hurstbridge are. They're just going to take every second off the clock here. In the hands of Chris McCabe. McCabe opts to go down the line with this kick. Just gets past the man on the mark. Again, some big flies. And a good mark in defence by the Borough. They've got to move now. It's got to be almost flawless. They go through the middle of the ground. Money's going to be the target, almost on hands. They've got the numbers here, Greensborough. They've just got to get boot to ball. The kick towards half forward. Liam Middleton stands tall at half back, and they've got numbers everywhere here to take some more time off the clock.
He's got DeClace in the back pocket, who he'll choose to go to.
DeClace will chip it short. In fact, Fitzgerald, who you could argue is just about best on ground today. The Bridges may have done enough here. 28 minutes gone. That kick is getting a hand onto it. Was Hasler, but it goes out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. 10 points is the difference now. It has to be perfect for Greensborough. Boundary throw-ins. Howard, Wild. Howard out of the ruck. Got the hands to Johnston. Johnston kicks it inside 50. Fisher, he's the front spotter. Doesn't bounce to him. Chance for McCubbin. McCubbin gets a chipping kick. Is it going to get there? DeClace marks on the line. DeClace can hold it up from here now. Call to play on. Exits defensive 50. Naylor, almost. Wild front and centre with the high ball. It's a very high ball. Tough one to mark for anybody. Agosta didn't bounce for him. Hasler. Ball not going to get there. It's going to be Stewart. It's going to be Anderson. Anderson kicks it to the top of the goal square. And the mark is taken. And that will do it. Cam Wild would have the last shot. It will not matter one bit. Hurstbridge have picked up a magnificent victory to go another step closer to another finals berth. Cam Wild has kicked the goal, and it puts to an end a fantastic game of football here that sees Hurstbridge prevail 11-18-84 to Greensborough 10-8-68. And a terrific contest comes to a thrilling conclusion